Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Alright, so pretty much every single time a new featured 6-star crystal gets released, I get swamped with questions. Is it good? Is it worth going for? Should I go for it? And like with many things, the answer is different for each individual. Now, obviously, you are still free to do whatever you want. A lot of people don't care about statistics and odds. They just go with their gut feeling, or it depends how badly you want that new champion. But there is always an option to find out mathematical, statistical best case scenario or more likely scenario to succeed and get a preferred outcome. Just like with pretty much anything that can be calculated. So one of my subscribers has done an amazing job putting together a very good sheet or set of sheets, basically, that will help all of you get to the decision. So all I really did is I changed the file from an Excel file into a Google Sheet, slightly amended a few things, but really it's made by one of my subscribers by the name of Wurs. Here's his line ID as well. If you have any more questions, you can go and directly ask to him. But I'll do my best to briefly explain how the sheet works. And I'll leave a link in the description and probably pin a comment on it as well. So everybody has a clear idea. So like with everything in Google Sheets, first, when you open the link, you need to tap on File. So once you tap on File, you need to make a copy. And then once you have made your own personal copy, you can start working on amendments and adjust things to your liking. There are fairly simple instructions here at the front, but we can go through the motions. So I already have filled this sheet with my own personal data. Now, if you want to have very basic level of analysis, and I'm sorry if there is some background noise, we're getting windows and doors changed in the house today, so I can't escape it, so my apologies if you guys are hearing some background noise. But in general, it works fairly simple. All of the champions that are available in basic and featured crystals here are lined up in one line alphabetically. And for the basic level of statistics and analysis, you can only fill in this one, whether you want that champion or not. That's all you have to do for the very basic summary. If you want to go in more detailed, then you can pull in, then you can populate the fields of how badly do you want to pull that champion. For instance, Beast, I really, it's terrible. I don't want a Beast. Getting some more Sig levels and Bishop, it's not the worst, but it's somewhat helpful in case I rank a Bishop, so on and so forth. First time dupe an Abomination, very good. And so on and so forth. So I filled it in for myself. And then here are more stats, whether you already have that champion or not. And then what Sig level are they at? Obviously, if you don't have them, the Sig level is going to be 0. Some drilling. My apologies for the noise again. And then is whether you want to take champion to rank 3. Once you populate all of these fields, once it's done, here we can see very basic summary. So this is the summary that you're going to get based on whether you want a champion or not. And it's going to basically adjust to what percentage you have for a preferred outcome on each crystal. So how likely it is to get a preferred outcome in each crystal. Then it's going to convert it to shards, basically. Statistically, on average, how many shards would it take to have a preferred pull? And then based on that, it's going to tell you whether you should be going for featured or basic. And here it's telling me to go for featured. Quite simple as that. And there's also a level of strength. How much is the featured better than the basic? So if the result comes from 1 to 1.25 here, then there is not that much of a difference. If it comes from 1 to 1.25 to 2, then there is a moderate level of difference, probably significantly better. And then if it's 2+, then it should be a no-brainer for you. So overall, this is the basic summary. This is a summary that you get if you simply fill in the first, whether you want to pull it or not. And then you can go for detailed summary, which will tell you which crystals you should go for based on how badly you want each champion. Assuming, for instance, that you don't want anything that's from like 1 to 5 and you want just higher. Assuming you want 6+ only, for instance. Or like for every single one of these, it's pretty much telling me to go for featured, except if I want to go for 6s, in which case, you know, the basic turns out to be better for me. And then on top of that, there are the extra stats, which are quite interesting, to be honest. It's a chance to pull a new champion. So if you don't particularly care which champions you pull, you just want to get new champions to build your roster bigger, it's going to tell you whether you're better off going for featured or basics. Chance to pull first-time dupes. Chance to pull 6-200 dupes, something you want to avoid at all costs because it's absolutely horrible. Chance to pull a champion that you have at rank 3+. No, or maybe, and yes. So that's based on whatever you pulled in there. So that is the sheet. This is the data that you put in. I will leave a link to this sheet in the video description. There's very little notes. It is set for the current featured 6-star crystal already. Obviously, once the featured crystal gets updated, there should be an updated version of this sheet available on my channel, and I'll more than likely make a point of that as well. But yeah, there are instructions, but it's very, very basic. Just fill in all the data depending how much level of analysis you want to get back, and then it's going to basically tell you whether you have better odds achieving preferred outcome going for featured, going for basics, and then if you want to dwell more into stats and details, then you can do that by filling all the rest of the data here. It's fairly simple to use, fairly user-friendly, and if you have any questions or suggestions, you can either leave a comment or you can contact Wurs online, or you can contact myself as well, and I can relay that. All that being said, I think that is pretty much it. I don't have much else to share. I hope that you guys do find this useful. And if you do, then share it with your friends, share it with your alliance mates, and, you know, hopefully some of you like it. That being said, I am out for now, and I'm going to catch you guys soon. See ya. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about